We're here in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson.
Welcome to the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. The electricity's building for Game 2 between the Boston Bruins and the Buffalo Sabres. Boston hopes to take a 2-game lead with a win on home ice.
Well, Jim, they have to take a must-win approach to this game. A loss here, and it's a brand-new series. You can't do that and still expect to get far in the playoffs.
Here's a look at tonight's referee.
Jim, he's one of the more lenient officials in the league. If the play looks close, he probably isn't going to raise his arm. He lets the guys play.
All right, now it's time for the opening face-off for today's game. Thornton wins the face-off. Murray now with the puck. Gonchar grabbed it. Bowled over.
Great contact.
Samsonov, wrist shot. Brilliant save. Out of their defensive end, over the blue line. Raycroft makes the save. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets pushed by Zhitnik. In over the line. Shove. Right in front. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Quick puck movement. In front. Rocked.
These checks keep everyone on their toes, Jim.
And there's a look at the Bruins starting lineup. About to drop the puck. The faceoff goes to Buffalo. Brings it out. Crashed.
Excellent physical play.
Out of their defensive end. In over the line. He scores, and it's 1-0.
There's nothing as lethal as a quick and accurate wrist shot.
The goalie will be seeing that one in his nightmares. We didn't have to wait long for the first goal.
I didn't think we would. This team saw a weakness and didn't hesitate to exploit it.
He gets laid out by Patrick. Mayer controls the puck. Over the line. He gets roughed up by Girard. Over the blue line. He gets checked by Patrick. One-times it. Saved by Norinen. Now you get a look at the starting lineup for the Buffalo Sabres. The players are lining up at the face-off circle. Face-off won by Drury. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Sent flying.
That'll keep them honest.
Rocked.
A great job of stepping up.
Gonchar is going off for interference.
Interference can be tricky. You can't call everything, but you want the game to have some flow.
Buffalo is about to go to work on its first power play of the game. Let's see if they can cash in.
You want to establish a good power play early, even if you don't score. Builds confidence and keeps momentum going.
In over the line. He gets hit by Kalinin. Played over. Over the line. He gets taken out by Boynton. Advances the puck out of their defensive end. Across. Buffalo's making a change. Hecht gets thrashed.
Jim, that was a major league bump.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Norinen reached out for the puck. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets roughed up by O'Donnell.
He really took it to him.
Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Rubbed off the puck by Gilson. Brings it out. End to end. Shove. Skating through center ice. Over the blue line. Big hit!
It's getting pretty intense down there.
And this time, they've gone in offside. The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to Buffalo. It's moved over by Drury. Offside, Buffalo. They're getting ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to the Bruins. Over the line. Zhitnik knocks him over.
He had him coming and going.
Over center. Into the attacking zone. Buffalo is 0 for 1 with the man advantage as the penalty expires. Drury, backhand. Brings it up. End to end. Shove. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Leveled.
That was a big league body check.
Thornton. Over the blue line. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets hit by Girard. In behind. Moved across. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Over. Brings it out. Over the line. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Centering pass by Kudelik. Goaltender stopped that.
Hit! That's showing authority.
Knocked over.
That was a throwdown.
In over the line. He gets rocked by Roy. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Vitalik went short. Brings it out. Over the line. Slager gets checked.
That looked like trouble.
Over the blue line. Big hit.
A smackdown.
Brings it out. Passed up to the neutral zone. Buffalo's making a change. He gets laid out by Gonchar. In over the line. He gets out-muscled by Fitzpatrick.
You can hear that one up here.
Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. One-timer. Misses. Center. Leg save. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Murray gets pushed. Gilson brings it out. Over the line. Shove. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Played up. Murray shoots. Norinen gets his stick on it. And he covers up for the face-off. What really impresses me about this guy is how quick he gets across the crease.
Well, he likes to stand tall in there, and that makes it easy to get post to post.
The action's about to start. And the faceoff is won by Drury. He gets shoved right in front. Norinen made the save. Quick pass up. Brings it out. Moved over. Sent flying.
I could feel that one from here.
Into the attacking zone. Short pass. In front. Raycroft made the brilliant save. He hangs on. Murray has the one goal already tonight, and he looks like he's starting to find a rhythm.
He doesn't have a lot of shots, but he's finding the open ice. Needs to get some pucks to the net.
The ref is ready to drop the puck. Waugh won the draw. Bowled over.
Let's see how he responds to that.
Over the line.
Leveled. A devastating hit.
Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Hit. Across. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Pushed. Turned over. Brings it out. Over the line. Shot from the wing by Mayer. Missed the net. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets hit by Delmore. Brings it out. In over the line. Kalinin roughs him up. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Shoots it hard. Raycroft with a big save. Over the blue line. Laid out.
It's getting rough out there.
Brings it out. Played across. Shove. Brings it out. Passed ahead. Into the attacking zone. Check. Quick puck movement. Right in front. Fast glove. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line.
Leveled. Another hit like that and sparks will fly.
Over center. In over the line.
Big hit. There's some physical play.
Thornton. Over the line.
How about that spin?
With a wrist shot right in front. Norinen hangs on for the whistle. Boston has a textbook penalty kill. Press hard outside the blue line and fall back into a solid box in the defensive zone.
And Jim, don't forget, they've got some solid goaltending, and that's a key.
Faceoffs won by Buffalo. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets hit by Girard.
Knocked him right off the play.
And time winds down as the first period comes to an end with the score 1-0. After a close first period, we're ready to start the second.
Each team needs a good start to shake things up. Look for them both to make an early statement.
Bumped by Drury. Into the attacking zone. Mowed down. In over the line. Advances the puck. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Cranked him. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Pushed off the puck. Quick pass up. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets checked by Gonchar. Passed ahead. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Shove. Pass to the point. One-time shot by Knuble. Blocked. Played up. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Quick pass up. Raycroft stones him. Brings it out. Coast to coast. Wrist shot by Boynton. Murray scores. Looks like he was screened.
Now let's take a look at that one on the replay, Jim. Look at how well he executes the wrister to find the back of the net. What a beauty.
This team hasn't shown much consistency.
Jim, it's their defense that's starting to look very suspect.
Leveled. In over the line. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. He gets rocked.
That's an impressive hit.
Passed over. Over the line. Crushed.
He got worked over on that one.
Briere. Over the blue line. Bowled over.
You could feel the impact up here.
Brings it out. In over the line. Mowed down. Out of their defensive end. Coast to coast. Checked. Rink wide pass. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Moved over. Hip checked. Brings it out. In over the line. Heavy shot from the wing by Girard. Behind the net. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Hit. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets checked by Patrick. Backhands it. Brings it out. Skating through center ice. He gets roughed up by Lapointe. Moved ahead. In over the line. He gets worked over by Campbell. Out of their defensive end. Played across. Into the attacking zone. Mowed down. Gonchar. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Wrist shot by Knuble. Misses. Over the line. He gets run over by Murray.
Sends him packing.
Brings it out. In over the line. He gets leveled by Kalinin. Passed across. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Pushed. Right in front. Raycroft freezes the puck. Watch how quickly this guy gets down in his butterfly.
Well, Jim, he just dares shooters to go 5-hole, then takes it away at the last second. He's lightning quick with his pads.
Face-off won by Boys. Shove. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Sent flying. He got clocked that time. Big glove save by Norinen. Brings it out. In over the line. In front. Raycroft got a pad on it. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Centered. Shove. Right in front. A lateral pass. Brings it out. In over the line. He gets hit by Gerard.
He slammed him big time.
Brings it out. Moved over the line. Checked. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Raycroft got a leg on it. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Boynton gets checked. Right in front. Great save. In over the line. Hit. A solid check. Quick puck movement. Over the line. Nice move there by Thornton. Checked.
I wouldn't want to be him right now.
Picked. Over the blue line. Shoots. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets roughed up by Gilson. Behind the net. In behind. Brings it out. In over the line. Big hit. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Thrashed. A lateral pass. Over the blue line. In front. Stoned by Raycroft. Brings it out. In over the line. Wrist shot by Knuble. Into the attacking zone. Crushed. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Shove. Right in front. Door slammed shut by Norinen. Buffalo's making a change. Over the blue line. Brings it out. In over the line. Salmoner slap shot. Norinen reached out for the puck. Brings it out. Over the line. Out of their defensive end. Played over. Hit. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Bowled over. Brings it out. At center. Thornton over the blue line. Shoots the puck. Blocked by Mayer. Wah. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Turned away by Raycroft. Brings it out. Over the line. Hard wrist shot by Knuble. Big save by Norinen. Into the attacking zone. Rocked. One-time shot. Raycroft turned the shot away. Huge save. Brings it out. Over the blue line. In the corner. Slager coughs up the puck. And that ends the second period. It's 2-0 as we head to the break. They're set to drop the puck for period number 3. They're getting ready for the faceoff. Drury wins the faceoff. Shove.
That was a devastating blow.
Up through center. Moved over. Knocked down. Over the line. Briere gets shoved. Green. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. One-timer. Turned away. Brings it out. In over the line. Crushed. Raycroft covers up. Hey, Craig, maybe he'll get the next call by having a word with the official now. This is what's got him all fired up. Have a look at this and you be the judge. The puck is about to be dropped. The faceoff goes to the Sabres. It's played back by Drury. Flashed over the blue line. Right in front. Quick shot from the slot. Passed across. A lateral pass at center. Over the line. Checked. Moved over. Into the attacking zone. Shoved. Long pass. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. He gets checked by Campbell. Knocked down. Delayed call against Buffalo. Campbell will go to the box for charging.
That was a good call, Jim. That deserves 2 minutes in the box.
Boston will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
They've got great skill on that first unit. Flattened. Passed ahead. Brings it out. Over the blue line. In front. Great save. Right in front. Brilliant save by Norinen. Thornton stops the shot. Intercepted. Mowed down. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Shoved. Brings it out. Played across by Knuble. Taken out. Goes behind his net. Played up. Brings it out. Buffalo puts its #1 penalty-killing unit out. A line featuring a couple of very gifted forwards. We're ready for the face-off. The face-off goes to Boston. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Hit! Moved across. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Raycroft made the save. Brings it out. In over the line. Rubbed off the puck. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. He gets hit by Girard. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Checked. In front. Scramble in front of the net. Campbell has served his penalty, and that puts his team back on even footing. About to drop the puck. The faceoff goes to Buffalo. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Creamed. He gets crushed by Knuble. In over the line. Wrist shot. Cranked him. And they get called for icing. Boston has their big guns going tonight.
And Jim, they're a team that'll run up the score if they're not challenged physically. They're getting way too much time with the puck out there.
The ref is signaling for the faceoff. And the faceoff is won by Thornton. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets hit by Drury. Murray with a slap shot. Pass back by Knuble. Over the line. Pass back. Right in front. Stick save. Moved over. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Brings it out. Intercepted in the neutral zone by Thornton. Hit! That shook him up. Whop. Into the attacking zone. He gets bowled over by Murray. Over the blue line. Shoved. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets leveled by Zaminer. Passed ahead. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Crushed. Right in front. The crowd's upset. No penalty called. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Buffalo's making a change. A shot from the slot by Kotelik. Raycroft got a pad on it. Moved across. Into the attacking zone. Mowed down. out of their defensive end. In over the line. He gets roughed up by Drury. In front. Turned away by Norinen. Over the line. He gets run over by Gonchar. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Bumped off the puck. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Briere knocks the puck loose. Drury grabbed it. Brings it out. Buffalo puts its second line out. Knocked over. Brings it out. In over the line. Run over. It's played over by Delmore. He gets hit by Shatan. Over the blue line. Shoots the puck.
Completely missed the net.
Out of their defensive end. End to end. Shoved. Moved back. Turned aside by Norinen. Brings it out. Rink wide pass. Raycroft comes out to fetch the puck. He gets rocked by Shatan.
That was intimidation.
Into the attacking zone. Turned over. Brings it out. In over the line. Saved by Norinen. Kalinin. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Shoots the puck. Saved by Raycroft. Brings it out. Over the line. Boston makes a line change. Brings it out. In over the line. Raycroft reached out for the puck. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Flattened. Over. Brings it out. Over the line. Pass to the slot. Right in front. Buffalo's making a change. Into the attacking zone. He gets taken out by Briere. Out of their defensive end. End to end. Quick puck movement. In front. Leveled.
He's a bit stunned after that one.
Brings it out. Coast to coast. Passed over. A shot from the slot by Knuble. Goaltender stopped that. Boston wins games by outworking their opponents. You rarely see a soft shift from anyone on this bench.
They win their games on effort, and they're an honest team. You rarely see them give up on a play.
Face-off won by Thornton. Pass to the point. Crushed. Brings it out. Over the line. Denied by Raycroft. Into the attacking zone. He gets pushed by Briere. Checked. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Bowled over. Shoots the puck. He stops the shot. Murray brings it out. And the Bruins start a line change. Mowed down. And out they come with a puck. Over the blue line. A lateral pass. In front. Scramble for the puck. Brings it out. Over the line. Leveled. Out of their defensive end. He gets hit by Boynton.
Jim, that's how you earn respect in this game.
And we're all done here now. Buffalo takes the loss and finds themselves trailing the series by 2 games. From Boston, Massachusetts, this is Jim Houston with Craig Simpson.
From all the team here at EA Sports, we'll see you next time.
You